I was 10 when it happened. Running home from school, I got hit by a car. I don't remember much after the impact, just pain and darkness. I slipped into a coma. 2 weeks later, I woke up in a cold hospital room. Tubes in my nose, bandages on my arms. The nurse smiled at me kindly.
Oh, sweetie, you're awake. Just hold on. Dr. Bennett will want to know.
I thought my parents would burst in crying, but they didn't. No one came.
Her parents disappeared the night she came in. We tried to reach them. Numbers disconnected. We even checked the house. Empty.
I blinked, trying to understand. They left me? Dr. Bennett sat by my side, her eyes soft with pity. But not the kind that stings, the kind that wraps around you.
They didn't deserve you, sweetheart, but I'd like to adopt you, if you'll let me.
My new life? Dr. Rachel Bennett became mom, real mom. She taught me how to use sunscreen, how to embrace my skin. I was born different. My skin pale like moonlight, my eyes a curious shade of pink. Albinism. Add to that the curse of baby fat that never seemed to melt away, and I became my parents' ultimate disappointment. They never said it outright, but children don't need words to understand hate. My earliest memory was of my mother yanking me away from a mirror.
Don't look at yourself. You look like a damn ghost.
I was 5. They wouldn't take me out in public without covering every inch of my body. Sunglasses, hat, long sleeves. Summer or not, I was hidden like a shameful secret. My classmates at school laughed, but I didn't care about them. I just wanted my mom to smile at me like she did when she looked at my younger cousins. She never did.
No wonder she's getting bullied. Look at her, she's huge. You keep feeding her like a cow.
Let her eat. Maybe she'll choke and do us a favor.
They'd say this over dinner, while I sat there, eating quietly, pretending I was invisible. One day when I was 8, it started raining right after school. I called home, soaked and scared. Can someone pick me up, please?
We're not wasting gas on you. Walk. Maybe the exercise will help.
So I walked, 3 miles, drenched, shivering, while my classmates passed me in warm cars. When I reached home, they scolded me for dripping on the floor. Later that year, they bought a toy train set for my younger brother, Thomas, who was barely 2 then. He was the miracle child, born with caramel skin, thick hair, and an adorable giggle. My parents lit up around him.
Now this one's worth showing off.
They threw him birthday parties with balloons, gifts, and cameras. Mine were an afterthought, if they remembered at all. One time I had to bake my own cake from a box. I still remember the frosting melting because we had no AC, but the worst came when they had guests. Important people. Bosses, church members, landlords. They'd lock me in the attic or storage room. One time I heard them laughing downstairs while I sat in the dark, clutching a flashlight and praying not to pee myself.
Don't come out. You'll scare people.
But I'm hungry.
Then be a ghost and starve quietly.
The day they left. I was 10 when it happened. Running home from school, I got hit by a car. I don't remember much after the impact, just pain and darkness. I slipped into a coma. 2 weeks later, I woke up in a cold hospital room. Tubes in my nose, bandages on my arms. The nurse smiled at me kindly.
Oh, sweetie, you're awake. Just hold on. Dr. Bennett will want to know.
I thought my parents would burst in crying, but they didn't. No one came.
Her parents disappeared the night she came in. We tried to reach them. Numbers disconnected. We even checked the house. Empty.
I blinked, trying to understand. They left me? Dr. Bennett sat by my side, her eyes soft with pity. But not the kind that stings, the kind that wraps around you.
They didn't deserve you, sweetheart, but I'd like to adopt you, if you'll let me.
My new life? Dr. Rachel Bennett became mom, real mom. She taught me how to use sunscreen, how to embrace my skin, how to dress confidently. She paid for my therapies, signed me up for acting classes, helped me lose weight, not because I needed to look good, but because I wanted to feel strong. By 18, I was graduating valedictorian. At 25, I had my own business, an app that helped kids with skin disorders find resources and communities. My past was a scar I wore quietly. I never looked them up, not until fate dragged them back. Years had passed, and I had rebuilt myself. The little girl they had abandoned had grown into a powerful woman. I wore confidence like a second skin, and success was no longer just a dream. It was my reality. I had worked hard, studied harder, and turned every ounce of pain into fuel for my rise. One evening, during a company board meeting, a proposal came across my desk from a small nonprofit seeking funding and support. I skimmed the attached documents and froze. The names on the application were painfully familiar, my birth parents. They had started a charity in my hometown, desperate to revive their reputation and finances. They didn't know I was the CEO. I saw the opportunity for what it was. I played along, setting up meetings and offering generous support through a shell subsidiary. My legal team inserted clauses into the contract. Nothing illegal, just tight. When they inevitably broke the terms, our company sued, seized their assets, and bankrupted their nonprofit. They were publicly shamed for their incompetence. I didn't reveal my identity until the final meeting. I walked in, greeted them coldly, and watched the blood drain from their faces. You wanted my help. Well, here it is. Due to the corporate trap, they were left completely broke. Their house went into foreclosure. I bought it through a holding company, anonymously at first. Their home becomes a museum. I transformed the house into an interactive public installation called The House of the Forgotten Child. Rooms were restored to how they were when I lived there, complete with recordings of my cries behind locked doors and written statements from social workers and nurses. School groups toured it. Local press featured it. My parents became a symbol of parental failure. I wasn't done yet. I offered them a final chance to meet. A letter, gold embossed, promised forgiveness, healing, and closure if they came to a private estate. When they arrived, I welcomed them warmly. Come in, everything is ready. They exchanged a hopeful glance. I led them to a beautifully furnished guest room. As soon as they stepped inside, the heavy door clicked shut behind them. They turned, confused.
What is this?
A reflection. They banged on the door.
This isn't funny.
I let the audio play. My childhood sobs echoing through the hidden speakers, the sound of muffled laughter from downstairs. Then a nurse's voice. This child was left with a note. They called her a burden. For 3 days, they were fed and safe, but locked in that room. On the 4th day, I opened the door. They looked tired, shaken. Now you know how it felt to be locked away in darkness while people laughed downstairs. They didn't speak. I handed them a bag with ragged clothes and escorted them to the curb. After that, my parents started a YouTube channel. They posted emotional videos, twisting the story to paint themselves as heartbroken victims of a missing daughter who refused to reconnect. Their followers, oblivious to the truth, constantly urged them to invite me to come live with them. Eventually, I was contacted. I agreed. They invited me to their home and recorded what they thought would be a heartfelt reunion video. The camera was set. The lights were ready.
We're finally going to make things right.
We missed you so much.
I stood in front of the camera, unflinching. You missed me? You locked me away when guests visited. You made me walk miles home while he, your precious golden child, got driven everywhere. You left me in a coma and vanished. I reached into my bag and pulled out hospital documents, school records of neglect, and the original abandonment note. I read each one aloud. This is who you really are, and now everyone will know. The video, uncut and raw. There were over 1 million live viewers watching. Their subscribers exploded with rage. The comments turned vicious. Sponsors dropped them. Their car was set on fire. They were attacked in a grocery store. They had to flee the state. Rumors said they were miserable in their new state. No one wanted to associate with them due to their past. They ended up working at a garbage company to make ends meet. They couldn't walk the streets without whispers. I didn't seek vengeance to destroy them. I wanted them to live in the ashes they made and know who set the fire. Thanks for watching.